Imagine waking up to find your family's grocery budget suddenly slashed to zero. That's the devastating reality facing millions of Americans as the U.S. government shutdown threatens to halt food aid next week. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, often called food stamps, is a lifeline for more than 40 million people across the United States. But here's where it gets controversial. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, this crucial support won't be rolling out in November due to the ongoing government shutdown. In a stark announcement on their website, the department declared, "The bottom line is, the well has run dry," pointing fingers at Democrats in the Senate for causing the deadlock. For beginners trying to wrap their heads around this, SNAP is a federal program that helps low-income families, individuals, and even some veterans afford nutritious food. It works like this: eligible participants receive reloadable debit cards loaded with benefits each month, which they can use exclusively for essential grocery items, think fresh fruits, vegetables, meats, breads, and dairy. No junk food or alcohol. It's designed to promote healthy eating. 1 in every 8 Americans relies on it to stretch their budgets, making it a vital safety net for many households. But here's the part most people miss: the real human cost behind this political standoff. A family of 4, for example, might typically get about $715 per month through SNAP. That's roughly $6 per person per day. For someone struggling to make ends meet, this could mean the difference between a balanced meal and going hungry. States handle the day-to-day operations of the program, with most funding coming from the federal government. Earlier this month, the Trump administration chose not to tap into a special contingency fund that could have kept benefits flowing. They argued that the money needed to be reserved for true emergencies, like natural disasters. Democrats have blasted this decision as heartless. Congresswomen Rosa DeLauro and Angie Craig called it, perhaps the most cruel and unlawful offense the Trump administration has perpetrated yet, in a joint statement. They also highlighted what they see as hypocrisy, noting how the administration provided aid to Argentina and even funded a new White House ballroom amid the shutdown. According to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, CBPP, a nonpartisan think tank dedicated to improving policies for low-income families, that contingency fund would have covered around 60% of 1 month's benefits, not a full solution, but a significant help. You can read more about their analysis here, https://www.bbc.com/news/articles/su4gnYw8rlo. In a letter to the USDA, Democratic House members pushed back, insisting there were still ample reserves available specifically for situations like this. They urged Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins to unlock those funds and shift other departmental resources to fully cover November's aid. Rollins, however, responded in a memo obtained by media outlets that the reserve is strictly for genuine disasters, primarily things like hurricanes or earthquakes. Ironically, her department's earlier shutdown plan, accessible here, https://democrats-agriculture.house.gov/uploaded files/251024-letter-house-dem-sto USDA on SNAP shutdown.pdf, had promised to keep a skeleton crew of employees on the job to manage SNAP, citing Congress's creation of multi-year contingency funds to prevent exactly this kind of interruption. As this crisis unfolds, some states are stepping up to fill the gap with their own money, though the federal government has warned they won't be reimbursed, a move that could strain state budgets further. Take Massachusetts, for instance, where about 1 million residents are set to lose benefits, and officials admit they lack the funds to fully compensate. Other states are collaborating with SNAP recipients to connect them to local food pantries and meal programs. In California, they're even calling in the National Guard to assist with food distribution, showing how severe the situation has become. The shutdown, now in its 26th day as of Sunday, is already the second longest in U.S. history, underscoring the high-stakes gridlock. What do you think? Is this a necessary fiscal stand or an unnecessary cruelty to vulnerable Americans? Should the contingency fund have been used despite the administration's stance? And is there a deeper political game at play here? Share your opinions in the comments. I'm curious to hear if you agree with the Democrats' outrage or see merit in the administration's emergency reserve argument.